Brazilian musician Gilberto Gil, performing in São Paulo on a recent Saturday night. Meet hardworking Brazilian politician Gilberto Gil, back in the relative calm of his office in Brasilia, performing his daily duties as Minister of Culture. 62-year-old Gil was appointed to the cabinet in 2003 by President Lula da Silva, Brazil's first left-wing leader in more than 4 decades, who took office promising to champion the common people. When Lula asked Gil to join the government, he agreed that the pop star could continue performing on weekends and during holidays. Gil is passionate about his desire to raise the respectability of popular music and bring the arts to a broader segment of the population.
One thing that is very important in a country like Brazil, for instance, is culture as a factor for inclusion, you know.
Gil was already one of the best-known cultural figures in this country before he joined the government, and he still has a huge following today.
I just want to say that Gilberto Gil is the best musician here in Brazil.
So Gilberto Gil is one of the most important compositors of Brazil, an important singer. He's one of the representatives of the Tropicalia movement.
Tropicalia was the popular anti-establishment musical movement Gil helped found in 1968. His lyrics criticizing the military dictatorship of the day landed him in prison and then exile in London for 2 years.
They had a focus, they had a program, they had a vision, and whatever was not part of that, you know. I was not part of that, so.
Gil was born near the city of Salvador in northeastern Brazil. He came from a middle-class family and grew up listening to local traditional music and to the Beatles. He says he knew he wanted to be a musician when he was 2 years old. Gil later studied business management at university, but soon returned to his first love. His musical style hasn't changed much since he formed his first band at the age of 14.
Still very much lyrical and romantic in a sense, very humanistic.
Gil is obviously different from most government ministers, his trademark dreadlocks included, a fact he readily acknowledges. But he easily bridges the gap with fellow cabinet members, such as Minister of Development, Industry and Trade, Luis Fernando Furlan, the former CEO of food giant Sadia, who has brought his family to see Gil in concert. Gil's political role has clearly enhanced his power to enact social and cultural change in Brazil, allowing him to promote funding for art exhibitions, campaigns for literacy, and events in support of landless peasants.
Also instigating a kind of new concept in the private sector, you know, so that they can have private investments with public policies.
The Brazilian music market is worth more than $300 million, with local artists accounting for nearly 80% of all recording sales. The industry employs roughly 60,000 people, and Gil wants to make it a vital part of Brazil's growth.
In England, for instance, cultural industries grow at an average of 3-4 times the average for the rest of the economy.
Gil also hopes Brazilian music can boost export revenues and has traveled widely to promote the local industry. For such a high-profile figure, Gil is remarkably low-key. The morning of our interview, he took a regular flight from Rio de Janeiro to Brasilia, claimed his own luggage, and hailed a taxi.
If it's to lose my natural flavor, I better don't be a minister.
The man commonly called the Minister of Cool is never likely to lose his so-called natural flavor, nor his fan base in the worlds of business, music, or politics.